You're watching Oilers Nation Everyday with Tyler Yaremchuk. Your one-stop shop for all things Oilers.
Let's go. We are live from Seattle for the Nation vacation. And despite how this looks, no, it is not a hostage situation. We're just getting cozy on the couch, boys.
Three guys on a love seat, you know?
Mm-hmm. Three guys on a love seat.
Talk about a team they love.
Welcome in.
Trying to love.
A bonus edition of Oilers Nation Everyday, live from the Sports Closet studio on the road on a Nation vacation, and live on the Oilers Nation YouTube, where your pal Joe is in with the first comment. Says, let's go Oilers. Big win in Seattle incoming. I still have hope for this team. Let's bring one home. And yes, have we been drinking already? Sure, maybe technically, but we're going to drink some Kool-Aid on today's live show. We're going to believe a little. Right, Jay?
You always got to believe.
There you go, Rick. Thank you.
Dramatic pause. So here's what's happening. There's a lot of trauma from the decade of darkness, right?
Yeah.
And I can feel that it's kicked in because I've felt numbness for the last week, which tells that's not a good thing.
No.
But I still am going to drink the Kool-Aid. I am still going to go cheer on the team. I'm still going to bet heavily on an Oilers win, which has not proven to be a good betting strategy this year so far.
New.
That's because the odds weren't in our favor, but they got to be
They're
getting back.
Still underdogs tonight. Like, come on, sports books. We're the worst placed team in the league. How can we be favored against anyone?
At 2-9-1.
Give us the odds,
at
please.
2-9-1, if Vegas still says we're the better team, come on, it's got to come around sooner or later. Then.
Well, what's our cup odds now?
Oh my Lord!
It can't be that bad.
I don't know. I can't look
Plus
it up on here. Maybe BM can bail us out. And BM, can you check on Betway for a second?
I'm on it. Give me a second.
All right. There was another comment in the YouTube that I wanted to get to really quickly. Someone said, almost forgot about this, as in the live stream. That's because you didn't forget anything. Yeah. We decided to do this about 20 minutes ago.
We were having a coffee downstairs.
Yep.
And
next to the Southern Utah University volleyball team.
Yeah, there was a lot
big
of
game for them.
Players. Yeah, big fan. They got a big game up against the West Washington Wolverines. The triple.
They might be playing like Washington State.
I don't know.
I don't know enough about the NCAA volleyball scene to give you an accurate read on that. Dangerous Wade says this looks like a hostage video. Dangerous Wade, we addressed that off the top, and we're not going to address it again.
How bad do you want to chase the juice? I guess that's the question.
Shout out to our friends at Betway, 19 plus. Please play responsibly. BM, tell me what those cup odds are for the Oilers.
It's a tasty little plus 2,000 right now.
That's it?
20-1.
Get in.
What?
I got it at 8 plus 800.
Okay, but what's the worst odds right now?
San Jose Sharks at plus 100.
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah, so then why are we not plus 80,000?
Because we have Connor McDavid, we have Leon Draisaitl.
We lost to the San Jose Sharks.
Someone commented on the live stream yesterday, and they were like, without Connor and Leon, the Oilers would be worse than the Sharks. And I had to point out that with Connor and Leon, the Oilers were worse than the Sharks.
Without those two players, we'd have other players involved in this team. Unless those two just like injured or something.
Yeah.
Anywho, we're going to kick Seattle's butt tonight.
You're damn right we are.
I really hope so. It is a special edition of the show. We are on the Nation vacation, and it is brought to you by Alberta Blue Cross, ab.bluecross.ca/travel if you want to find out more about their fantastic travel insurance. And this is not going to be our only Nation vacation of the year. If you want to get in on the trip in February to Arizona, you can do so at nationgear.ca. All three of us will be there.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And the weather will be warm, although, and BM's friends.
We're going to go to the Den.
We're going to go to the Den, going to Mullet Arena. Tonight, though, we are going to Climate Pledge Arena.
We are going to pledge our allegiance to the climate.
Right by the Space Needle in Seattle. And we're obviously hoping for a big Oilers victory. Drop us your keys to victory, your Sherwood Ford Giant keys to victory over in the YouTube chat, and we'll get to that. What do you guys think tonight? What's the giant key to victory in this hockey game?
First. You need to score first. They're too fragile. They get two against them.
Yeah.
It's such an uphill climb. They need to score first. And then I know this is going to sound weird, but if you can get a 3-goal lead, that's where it is.
Just get 5 goals.
Well,
really
no, it's like
fast.
3. That 2-goal lead is not quite enough.
League hockey.
We get the 2-goal lead, we score 1, and we're like, oh, shit.
But a 3-goal lead with a very fickle team like the Oilers, also
good.
the worst lead in hockey.
We're good. No, because that's the skis are pointed down the hill. You can't stop us at that point.
I don't hate that. For me, my key to the game is going to be shots from dangerous areas. Like you can see for the people watching on YouTube, a board up. Oilers are first in the NHL shots for per game at 34.8. That's really good. But
I
even against
know.
San Jose, I
Some point
don't.
the math is gonna like kick in.
At some point, the math kicks in. At
Can
some
we
point,
progress to the mean, please?
positive regression.
Positive regression.
Thank
there
you.
it is.
But I also think they need to do a better job of getting shots from the middle of the ice, getting shots from in tight. There is a little bit too much perimeter shooting.
Yeah, we need to attack them. We love buzzing circles around the outside.
We talked about it a lot on art. Get greasy.
Yep.
The crease, pick up the garbage. They're just as beautiful to me.
We need a face goal.
Yes, face goal.
Face goal would be huge. Ass goal, I'll take an ass goal. The tush push?
The tush push. There's a lot of guys that need a little bit of luck right now, and a tush push might be what the doctor ordered.
My key to victory, like your key to victories are the right key to victories, but for me to just see that things are kind of moving is that we're gonna make mistakes in the game.
Always.
That is what the game of hockey is. If it was perfect, every game would be 0-0. Yep. We're gonna make a mistake tonight, and we're gonna create a high danger chance for the other team. I want a big save. Big save from a big mistake, just to show and give the boys in front of the goalie, knowing they got someone trying to save the puck for them behind them.
I'll say this: after that big mistake, I want to see someone outside of the goalie try and make up for that mistake.
Yes.
So if that's it down there, if that's in the offensive zone, a defenseman makes a play. If it's even in our own end, a defenseman, a forward comes down, takes a guy in front of the net who's not his man. But don't put it on the goaltender. Keep that as easy as possible, because the 5 guys, they're the ones that need to
I want to see those active sticks. That's one thing. And granted, we are gripping the stick super tight at the moment as an Edmonton Oilers forward, or I guess player.
Everybody.
And fans, I guess.
We're
all at bench league. I'm tight. But we're forcing passes. But let's loosen that up a little bit. But let's get sticks on the opposing team's passes. It felt like San Jose was just getting a stick on everything, every pass, every shot, and it's because we're forcing it, and because we're just trying to get high volume shots and not even really trying to think about what we're going to do or how we're going to go about it. And
at times, throwing pucks on net is the right strategy.
If you're crashing the net,
there you go. You got to still be able to get to the middle of the ice in some way. If you're not shooting from the middle of the ice, you need feet on the edge of the blue paint, and I don't think they've done a good enough job of that, even though the volume's there.
They have to have a big bowl of doggios this morning, so they get that dog in them.
But with BM saying that you have the greasy goals and whatnot, they actually need to come up with good goals right now, because Leon's goal the other game was a greasy goal, right? The goalie was out there, he got knocked down. That should have been the one that snapped you. These guys need to put together goals they expect to score, goals, the type of goals they're going to score.
Yeah.
Connor end to end, bank off goalie's head, short side in.
They got to figure that lateral passing and through the power play.
Couple of comments over on the YouTube. Scott is in and says, it's happening tonight. I feel it. These pucks have to start going in. No way the top 4 can stay cold at the same time any longer. And then there was another one from Jin who says Dry needs a one-timer to set the team moving.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's a Dry one-timer.
From his office.
Well, the fact that he can't do it right now is weird.
Well, you're again looking at their 2 stats, 97 and 29 this year. I think another really, really fair key to the game is, can the big boys just win one for us? Can those 2 just take over a hockey game?
You know what?
2 4-point guys.
It is actually, that is a fair request, because it hasn't happened yet. And everyone's like, oh, you only win because you only win if these 2 guys are going. Yep. Well, let's just go and prove that theory right tonight.
I'd be happy if that's right.
Yeah.
Pumped if those boys had.
Yeah, Connor definitely over 2.5 points.
Scotteroni says we need a Nuge fight tonight. I mean, that would set the tone.
Possible.
And he's ornery. He could use a little boost.
He's ornery.
Taking a few too many penalties and things like that.
Those are anger penalties.
Yeah.
He was pissed.
Yeah.
Who should he fight?
Yamo. Just dust him off.
Fuck Yamo.
Too small for
him tonight.
Too small.
Devin Shore revenge game tonight.
Yamo is on the first line as well tonight for the Kraken.
First line.
Yep.
They moved him up.
They moved him on up.
Oh, son of a gun.
That can't be good. Yamo can't be your first line winger.
You know what?
Got to be a good signal.
Good way to look at it.
We tried it.
And you know it's setting up for a nice revenge. Dude should kick the crap out of Matty Beniers. Thoughts?
That'd be a decent hill. Didn't Beniers fight Sid? Or was that someone else? Oh, that's Peyton Krebs who had to fight Sid in the preseason. Anyways.
Nuge likes to fight bigger guys.
Yeah.
Who? He's fought in Sean Monahan.
Not a small human.
Dan Hamhughes.
Is this the time for the fight that we've all wondered if it's ever going to happen?
A Connor or Leon Tilley.
Maybe.
You know what?
I don't want Connor doing it, but I'd be terrified if Leon.
Would it get the boys going?
I think it might. I think a Connor tilt honestly might get the boys going.
Yeah, and he was what game was that? Vancouver.
He's been heated in a few recently.
They're angry.
Well, Yeah, but show me more that you care though. Having a boil over to a fight that means a lot to me.
All I'm saying, the last time I think Connor got in a fight, he broke his hand.
But that's because he punched the glass.
Yeah.
Oh, so just middle of the ice. Do in the middle of the ice.
Goal of the fight, middle of the ice.
Connor goes to fight, and everyone lines up around them to make sure they can't hit the glass.
This human shield along the glass, look out.
All right. We had another question in the Facebook wondering if maybe Picard starts tonight. Any interest in that? I think it's Stu's crease. You say sure.
You have to be yes or no. Sure is a fence sitting.
Yeah,
option.
I'm yes. I am yes because I think that's going to maybe force the Oilers to play a little bit better because they're going to be worried about Calvin.
I mean,
they've been worried about their goal this whole season, but it's time for a third. We get third string goalie habitually. That is the Oilers brand.
Stu was in the talk for the Calder last year as a goaltender.
Stu,
roll with them.
Stu is
1-5-1 with 3.87 goals against average.
If he had those numbers,
he had to win in San Jose. San Jose was the game to get Stu going.
If he had those numbers and the rest of the team was playing well, I would agree with you. But the whole team is playing like trash right now, so you can't expect anybody to have good.
So that's where you got to mix it up, man. You get some kind of spark. It's Groundhog Day trying to just assume we're going to get that, it's the definition of insanity.
I say this on O&R all the time. We're an offensive team. That is our default. Our default is to score goals. That's what we have to do right now. We need to go out there and score goals. That's what this team is built for. That's what the way we have to.
I know, but what happens is we go out against Vancouver. We absolutely cave them in for a few minutes. And then on the third shot against us, we let it in, and that just deflates everything.
Yeah.
So it's a two-way street. Yeah, those pucks need to go in, but we just need a goddamn stop when we're in full shell mode against the opposing team.
Lance says Skinner is our boy. AJ says, why not take the chance on Picard? Yes. Take your chance, see if he's solid. Kevin is in, despite the fact he has a Golden Knights logo as his profile picture, says McDavid hat-trick tonight. You guys are loaded. I don't know if he means the Oilers are loaded in the sense that lots of talent, or if he thinks maybe us with our takes are drunk.
No, we've only had one fireball.
1 before 10 or 10 before 1. It's the rule on the Nation vacation.
Props to all Nation staff for getting in before the deadline as well.
Yeah,
not even close this time.
Yeah, I think I was the only one who.
I was
the last one at 9:40.
Yeah, we're
Pacific time. All right, the Kraken lineup tonight. You heard BM say Yamamoto on the top line with Matty Beniers and Jared McCann, Alex Wenberg with Ty Cartier and Jaden Schwartz, Yanni Gord with Oliver Bjorkstrand and Ellie Tolvanen, Shane Wright on the fourth line with Ryan Winterton and our boy Devin Shore. Devin Shore getting minutes with Shane Wright. Hello.
Or is it the other way around?
Actually, It is the other way around when you consider how the season's gone for those two. D pairings, Vince Dunn with Adam Larson, Jamie Alexiak with Will Borgen, and Brian Dumoulin with Justin Schultz. So a whole bunch of former friends in the lineup for Seattle. One out of the lineup. They are a little bit banged up in terms of their forward group. They're missing Burakovsky, Tanev, and, of course, Jordan Eberle, who got cut with a skate pretty bad.
That was leg or something?
Yeah, something like that.
What was the MRI? Is he okay?
Yeah, it's
Did they have to amputate the leg?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Maybe that's why it's scratched.
The leg is
for leg amputation. He's day to day with leg amputation.
Well, they call it lower body
leg replacement. Waiting for his new leg.
LBI. Oilers lineup tonight expected to stay the same: McDavid, McLeod, Hyman, Draisaitl, Holloway, Fogle, Nuge, Kane, Gagne, Hamblin, Lavoie, and Derek Ryan. D pairings expected to be the same that they've been for the last week or so as well. Do you want to see Woody stick with these lines, or is there something different you'd like to see?
I don't mind stick with the lines, but you have to roll those lines. Connor and Leon have to be 22 minutes in the game. Max them out there.
But if we're losing, they can't be.
Fine, I agree with you. That's fine. Yep, no, I agree with you there.
But yeah, if things are going well, you're right.
You got to roll them. Yep. Let them figure it out.
This is where we need to be positive.
Being positive today. Oilers looking for a big win against Seattle. That's how the two sides are going to line up today. It's a Sherwood Ford Giant Game Day edition of the show brought to you by not only Sherwood Ford the Giant, but also Sherwood Power Sports and Marine, opening up in February 24 in the heart of Sherwood Park. Pontoon boats, fishing boats, Rick. Maybe you're going to become a motorcycle guy. You'll go to Sherwood Power Sports and Marine to get that.
I think I can pull it off.
Yeah, you could pull off being a motorcycle guy, Jay.
I own a Harley.
Really?
Yeah, I just haven't ridden it in 5 years.
Yeah. Do you have your license and stuff though?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Learn something new every day.
Leather to wear with it?
What's that?
Got some leathers to wear with it?
I do. I'm fully kitted out.
Oh,
that's Saskatchewan out of me.
That is
the Downs of Saskatchewan, big Harley people.
I dig
They're
it.
good people.
Steven's in. Tyler, that's a clean hat. Sports Closet, ? Yes, I did get this at Sports Closet. You can get yours at sportscloset.ca. Or if you go to one of their 3 locations in the Edmonton area, St. Albert Mall, Sherwood Park Mall, Kingsway Mall, you can also pick up Nation gear. They always got Nation gear in stock, which is the nice part about our friends at Sports Closet. So maybe you want a nice fresh lid like our boy Rick. They got Nation gear at Sports Closet as well. Robbie is in on the Fitting Cat chat and says, why is Skinner starting again? Give him a break and give Picard a chance. Pringle McDingle, we need Zadorov. Yesterday, after the Leafs beat the Calgary Flames in a shootout, news came out via his agent, Dan Milstein, that Nikita Zadorov has requested a trade out of Calgary. A very interesting scenario because he was one of the guys who throughout the summer, early in camp, was very vocal about wanting to stay in Calgary.
Yeah.
But then he was one of the guys who was very vocal about kind of how broken that locker room seems down there. And now he wants out, which I think maybe speaks to some issues behind closed doors there in YYC. But any interest in Nikita Zadorov?
Not right now. He doesn't fit the.
Yes, if he was a righty.
Yeah, he shoots left, which
The
kind of
left
kills
shot. It's just not. There's not a fit for him.
If he could play the right side, though, I mean, CC plus for him.
Oh yeah.
Dollar-wise, it works.
All right.
Or it's close.
Yeah. I mean, I don't watch him enough. I know he's a big
He
rugged
gets
defenseman.
exposed. He gets exposed in the fast game though.
Well, that's what we play.
Yeah, that's fair. But maybe if you paired him with someone like Kulak, it would, just be a good.
Yeah, but I like
would
the
also
physical
bring-
presence. You gotta.
Probably a non-starter though because he shoots left.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's some smoke that Toronto's interested in him. Toronto and Vancouver, the 2 teams,
And Devils.
and the Devils. Yeah, I read that this morning too. So
Well, yeah, you can see him go to Toronto, right? That's where his old GM is.
yeah, Tree Living.
Yeah.
I can see Tree Living being interested in a whole bunch of those former Calgary boys in Toronto.
Take him. They didn't win
Huberdeau?
shit.
Leafs are scratching Ryan Reeves tonight.
Tavares for Huberdeau.
Oh, Toronto says no. At least the Tavares contract ends at a decent year.
Remember when everyone said that Huberdeau's gonna be so good in Calgary?
I
That's the worst part about this season. I
was-
can't even enjoy the fact that Calgary Flames are terrible right now because we can't do shit.
I know we have no leverage.
Hey.
They look down on us.
You gotta set small goals to get out of this hole.
Win in Seattle.
Win in Seattle. There you go. Get back on home ice with a win. I am curious because we've obviously Ryan Rashog's come out and reported that no coaching change coming today. Like they're going to see through the road trip. If they win tonight, do you think there's any chance we get a coaching change after a win and they're just waiting? No?
Well,
Oh. You think there's somebody waiting in the wings? Like
well,
someone,
either the decision is already made or it's not.
so someone
like
has
the-
a penthouse suite at the J Dub right now, and he's just like sitting back. He's enjoying the Edmonton scenery, waiting for the team to come back.
Maybe. Like it's not the most insane thing that they couldn't get the logistics of flying a coach in. They thought they'd beat San Jose. It'd be fine. Then maybe they'd lose to Seattle and do it then.
Like an awkward exchange of Woody walking out of the hotel room, giving his key to the new coach coming into the room. Didn't want to do that.
Gallant arrives in a cab, and then Woody just gets into it and drives away.
Gets in the other door.
It's Gulleton time.
Yeah.
Can he survive? He is a coaching cockroach in terms of he survives every nuclear assault.
Yeah, Janias is in and says, yes, there will be a coaching change. AJ says Holland 2, no. Scott Aroni says coach is not the problem, and I agree with that. I've been very vocal about that over the last 7 days, but
you can't going to pay the price.
Yeah, you can't.
That's
the whole team,
the
but
business.
making a trade is hard.
Needs something to happen.
Yeah, something's got to give. Hopefully, though, a win tonight. Like, if they go rattle off 3-4 straight wins, Woody's job is probably safe for a little bit.
What if they drop beer prices by 50%?
Where here?
And then we will bring in the energy that they need as fans. What if they do that?
Who loses? Who loses that transaction?
Nobody.
Well, so what are we doing here? OEG, figure it out.
There it is. No one has to get fired.
Yeah. Let's get to what we like on the betting front tonight for our friends at Betway 19+. Please play responsibly. There is one bet that I think is the ultimate safeguard with the Oilers. You can pick whatever you want. If you think they're going to win, whatever. If you're on Betway, you just need to also go put a little bit on Oilers 32+ shots on goal. That's been the saving grace. Every game they've lost, they've covered their shot line, more or less. And that's your hedge. And if they win, I mean, expect them to get 33 shots. Boom. That's easy enough. So whatever you do, whether you like puck line, whether you like Oilers money line and a McDavid goal, which I do like, going with that shot prop is a must for me.
I worked on a very bold strategy going into this season about how I was going to spectacular year betting wise.
Yep.
And it was to bet on the Oilers to win every game. And it's been going very poorly. But
He also needs a loan now, by the way.
I believe so much tonight because I have to continue to believe because what else am I going to do?
Mm-hmm.
I am just going responsibly all in on Oilers puck line.
Responsibly all in.
I will responsibly empty the clip.
Yeah.
Rick, what do you like tonight?
You know what? I wouldn't go much more than the Oilers money line.
Okay.
But the shot props has been where it
Do you
has
believe?
been. I do believe, but they need to prove it now. They
You
need
got
to
to
reward
earn
me. Yeah,
you got
they
to
need to
earn your
yeah.
puck line bet.
Yeah.
Respect.
I don't know what
That's keeping them accountable. I actually don't mind
100%.
Evan Bouchard's hit his shot prop in 3 of 4. That's always an interesting one at 2.5.
What's old Fogel at?
2.5 as well.
Yeah. Fogel hitting the 2.5 has been pretty juicy.
If I can only bet on Fogel breakaways per 60.
Oh my God.
The best bet of all time.
Oh,
I think it's been like 4 games in a
scored
row.
on 5% of his breakaways. He'd be like a 30-goal
Time to
year
be
guy.
Nathan Haas. Slap shot from the hash marks. Let's go. Let's try something new.
Warren Fogle riding a 2-game point streak though.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Give me a pick for someone who you want to see snap out of their cold streak. I mean,
Here, I got this. Connor McDavid, anytime goal, even money.
oh, for him to just come out and have a vintage McDavid night, we've never needed it more.
Even that's not juicy enough.
It's one goal isn't
What's
juicy
2 plus?
enough.
This is what I don't like. I feel like the books are just disrespecting us by respecting us.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that is fair.
Disrespecting the betters.
Like, how the hell are we favored against anyone?
I don't know.
Because we should be winning. There is no explanation as to why
Have
we're
you
not
seen
winning.
something? Well, have you been watching the games?
Yeah.
Have we been which games do we deserve to win that we haven't? There's only been like
No,
two.
not deserve, not hindsight. Going in, when you look on paper, they should win. This team is better than 98% of the teams in this league.
That is
Right
They're not
now,
doing it on
they're
the
not
ice.
even better than
Incorrect.
2% of the teams.
They're not doing it on the ice, but it just makes no sense. Like there's
I
not one person out there who is like, oh, they need to do this. Like there's coaching change. Everyone's like, yep, but it's not going to do anything. Trade, nope, yep, that's not going to do anything. Like it's everything is wrong, but it's not like there's a lack of talent. They're just not playing properly. They're broken.
I know they're broken. I there's been a couple times where I've convinced myself I've entered some form of simulation and this isn't real life.
Well, life's a simulation, but continue.
Okay, then I've entered real life and
You're now out of the simulation.
I want to go back into the simulation.
Yeah.
I just
There's no explanation why they're so bad right now. So yeah, it's either that.
but there's gotta be a quarter. Like what has happened that we don't know? Something is affecting these guys.
And I don't
They
think
possess a lot of natural ability.
The captain skates was all about kissing each other, and now they have mono. It's the only thing that makes sense. Prove me wrong.
Mistaken Mexican. No, I don't need the PTSD from oil change. Yeah, well, maybe that's what needs to be brought back. Oil change.
Well,
I mean,
it's kind of happening with Oilers Plus.
Yeah.
But maybe they
What
got
are they
to.
even showing on Oilers Plus right now? It's just dark content.
I feel like
No, it's usually
take a
practice
hiatus.
stuff
They should
and
take a hiatus.
get away from the games.
It's just Tony Brower just like doing spoken word poetry or something.
Sometimes some
like
karaoke.
that. Yeah.
Well in stride though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
of course.
Always walking.
Yeah.
Always talking.
Dean says, bang on. Thanks for waking up. Okay, whatever. Will says he wants to see Hyman snap out of it. One banked in on him on the power play on the side of the net. Gets him and the power play and the whole bench going. The power play, man. I'm not used to seeing this power play struggle the way they have. It is.
And I don't know if it's like if a lucky goal is what gets it going. It needs to be a vintage Edmonton power play goal.
Zip, 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 dry saddle.
Yes.
But it seems like they're trying to do that.
Yeah, and somehow we like the middle of the ice
Is clogged. There's like 10 people in the middle.
At least.
somehow.
At least.
And then sometimes a lot of times Dry's getting the pass and he's not shooting.
Or when he shoots,
He needs to go to that stick factory Horkoff went to.
What was that story?
They went to some stick.
They went to the
factory in
Easton
Mexico.
stick factory in Mexico and like custom made his sticks with the manufacturer.
I was gonna fix it.
Got himself a big contract.
Sure
Fair
did.
enough. Yeah, it did. D Hutch wants to know if maybe there's an attitude issue in the room. I think a little bit, but
you have to ask these questions.
It's not moving.
I know that never moves. It's saving data. Hotel Wi-Fi, Rick. You can't tell
That is a super safe question to ask and warranted given the fact that we are not playing good. Everyone is visibly upset, obviously, because we're not winning. But like, what is the root of that? Remember the one year after our in 2017 when we got to the second round, the next year.
This feels like 2018 right now.
In 2018, we played the Winnipeg Jets super early on, and we should have won that game, and we didn't. And Dry got hit or something, and we thought but it didn't look like it was a headshot or anything. But all of a sudden, he had a concussion, and then he had a black eye out of nowhere.
Oh yeah,
and like there's just a bunch of like weird stories that were, but like coming out of that.
Yeah,
and but we also had a really shitty season, and we're essentially the same team. Sounds kind of familiar.
It does. The last time,
so like, what is there something behind the scenes we don't know about?
The last time Frank said we're going to win the Stanley Cup was 2018.
Damn it, Frank. I mean, this year it's almost in a twisted way worse for Frank's predictions. He predicted Jay Woodcroft would win the Jack Adams.
Hey, we come back.
Well, we come back.
Yeah,
now the stage is set for him to win.
Exactly. It was too easy from before.
Yeah, never better. Braden is in and says maybe the Oilers also need to squish on a hotel room couch and talk about their problems.
They should.
Hash it out. Get everyone in one hotel room and just figure it out.
Get the Festivus pole out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Octane Hockey. When was the last time Draisaitl hit the net with a one-timer with anything on it?
Yeah. Like,
I don't think he's hurt, though, to answer your next question there, Octane. I think he's healthy. There's nothing that would lead us to believe he's injured.
I just think Connor's hurt. You watch him skate. Watch him do everything out there. Like his skate is not.
The issues are turnovers and like mental lapses.
Oh,
yeah. Hurt between the ears a little bit. Like
aren't we all?
Sure.
I said it the other day, man. They're all between the ears right now. I don't know. You need some psychologists in there, some therapists. I don't know. Send everyone to the ball pit and let them play around in there for a little bit. They got to do something.
I keep saying they got to go on a massive bender.
We are in a hotel right now. If you're telling me we can have a heist where everybody shows up in some kind of work clothes with purchase orders and start stealing stuff, a la McDavid's 11, we need a heist, something to unite the troops. It's either that or line brawl. I've got two options: heist, line brawl.
Do you think they're going to all walk in that the heritage?
They should wear that to every game. That's the only thing that's worked. And that was the only time when I looked at those guys and I'm like, Oilers are winning tonight. Like, that's a team.
Someone go find Evander his prop cup back again. I too, by the way, I've had like 3 cups of coffee in my life if you put them all together.
Really?
Yeah, I don't drink coffee.
You don't have a coffee?
Ever?
No, never.
How do you get through your day?
Dude, someone asked me the other day, I don't drink there's very little caffeine that I intake.
You drink energy drinks though.
Not Red Bull. I think it's gross.
But that's not the only one.
Why, like some G2s perhaps? Get the sugar out of there.
That's not. That's not.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
This is natural.
Caffeine
This
guy,
is
huh?
natural. I know.
It's natural.
For my
This energy, this passion, it's natural. All right. Jesus, someone said they're auctioning off the Heritage Classic overalls. There's seriously?
Yeah, they are.
Okie dokie.
So they should shut off the auction and put them to use.
Daryl Cates just buys them all and sends them right back into the room.
Yeah. That's good ownership right there. You do that.
Yeah. Maybe the Oilers have the same attitudes as some of the fans. They think they should win. They think they're better than 98% of other teams. I do think working hard is just a problem for this team. There's been too many games this year where they don't work hard for 60 minutes. They work hard for 40. They work hard for 35. They don't work hard for 60.
The last couple, I feel like
working hard doing what? Like doing the wrong things. Like, yeah, like that Vancouver start, we were shelling them, but like once again, a lot of perimeter stuff. Like we'd have no hunger for the middle of the ice.
But even when Zach Hyman was on the goal line the other game, and he had that little backhand push in, that last year, that goes in 3 times in one game. And that thing somehow did.
Yeah, they got goalied a bit. They got goalied a bit for sure. And Zach will always.
How do you have over 35 shots 6 times and have 6 losses? Like, that is very difficult to do.
Your save percentage is .723.
I don't care what the save percentage is. We need our goals for has to go up. I understand how the save percentage. If it was like 980, I get to.
Yeah.
But how are we not scoring those?
I know it's weird, but it's also not the same, right? Like we don't look the same. Last year, if that team was producing that many shots, the shots would be much different.
8 goals.
Yeah, it would be much different because they'd be all like 10% is probably not enough, but 20% of them would be high danger, and we cash in on 80% of those.
Oilers currently have their lowest shooting percentage that they've had in at least 3.5 years.
I was gonna say, does anybody have an
So-
over 10%?
So maybe we're finally regressing.
Well, so like their shooting percentage at all strengths is like 7.3 or something like that. Last year and league average, it should sit around 11 and a half. So to get up to that number, it would suggest math, Yaremchuk math. There's going to be a 12-game stretch where they're at like 15% for all 12 games.
next
So
12 games.
Currently at 5-on-5, they are at 6.52%.
and I think last year were they not like 9 or 10? Like
They were over 10 last year, and in all situations they're at 7.69. Very, very low.
so there is going to be a stretch where their shooting percentage is double what it is right now, which should mean
You
Kool-Aid.
can't.
Cha-ching.
You just can't say that though.
Well, I can't.
Numbers are supposed to come back up.
Like,
No team will finish this season, even the San Jose Sharks, with a shooting percentage of like 5% at 5-on-5. There's just no way. What was worst in the league last year? Now I feel like I'm wrong. But why can't you say that, Jay? Like eventually the numbers will turn around.
Because it's
well, you hope so, but you just can't. You can't hang your hat on that assumption. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you actually got to.
And that's why I say they have to work hard, and they're not working hard enough right now. They're not going to the middle of the ice. They're not chasing their rebounds. Last year, league low shooting percentage was 7.49% at 5v5. So like it's coming up.
Who was it?
Ottawa.
Wow.
And Edmonton last
surprising.
season. Edmonton last season was 9.14, top 10 in the league. And not even like an unsustainable number either. Like with their talent, they should have a high shooting percentage. They should be scoring on a high volume of their shots. Oh, we totally lost the camera. Sorry, everybody. You've just been looking at my profile picture for the last little bit.
That's cute.
There we go. That's awkward. Did anyone in the YouTube notice? Probably, if they're paying attention to the stream. All right, we said we were only going for a little bit here, so we're probably going to wrap this thing up. We'll have a new episode of ONR, new episode of Real Life probably coming this weekend. Better late than never. Bag Milk and I are going to do one just from bed together.
That's
Separate
what
beds.
it said.
Oh, maybe.
Wow.
Oh, who knows? Hey, come on.
What are you talking
Who
about?
knows?
Perhaps a Molson in your hand while you do it.
Of course.
Okay, good.
Today in Seattle, I think we're going to go to Pike Place.
Yep.
Right? And then we will pick a bar for tonight, correct?
Yeah, and then let's throw it on Twitter because there'll be
Yeah.
other fans down here.
Yeah, if you're in
Phil,
Seattle,
please.
keep it locked on my Twitter, Oilers Nation Twitter, Jay's Twitter. We'll send out, and Bag Milk's Twitter. We'll send out, oh man, this camera does not want to cooperate today.
That's how it is.
There we go. Oh, no, we're not back.
You
We're just
told the
gonna-
camera
you
it's
know
gonna
what?
be 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Not enough.
it is done. It is done. There we go. We'll just do that for the next 2 seconds here while I finish off this last read here. Keep it locked on the Twitter. We will let you know where we are for a bar tonight. Tomorrow, Seahawks game, going to be fun. Aqua concert, going to be fun. We'll have good stories. So keep it locked on all the podcasts. Thanks for tuning into a little bonus edition of Oilers Nation Everyday, live from the Nation Vacation in Seattle and brought to you by Alberta Blue Cross. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button before you close your window, and we'll chat again later.